Kenny Hardaway Southern T. Back with another EP. Let me get my screen up real quick. Let me get my screen up. Let me get my screen up real quick. We about to get into this Devin Haney and George Kambosos fight breakdown and prediction. What's up with y'all good people this morning? Now here, I'm not here for a long time, but I'm here, for a nice little time. Here for a nice little time. We gonna get into it. About to get into it. Today is fight week. And it's fight prediction time. It's fight prediction time and fight week. My bad. We got the WBC champion of the world, Devin the Dream Haney. You see on the screen. And we got George Kambosos Jr., the IBF, WBA, and the WBO champion of the world. George Kambosos is 20-0 with 10 knockouts. And Devin Haney is 27-0 with 15 knockouts. This fight is for undisputed at the lightweight division, the super lightweight division. The super lightweight division is the 135-pound division. You know what I mean? Both of these guys are champions in their respective division. George Kambosos is coming off a win over Teofimo Lopez. Devin Haney is coming off a win over Jojo Diaz. Both essentially coming off the biggest wins of their career. What's good, Desmond Hickman? Desmond Hickman, appreciate you sliding through. Shout out my guy, Jose Romero, my brother's keeper. Appreciate y'all sliding through for the fight breakdown and prediction. We about to get on into it. Both coming off what should be their biggest victory. You know what I mean? In the extremely heated. What's good, MP? Shout out my guy, MP. What the fuck? In the extremely heated, rivalry between the two. It didn't always start this way. In the beginning, there seemed to be, a lot of mutual respect from both teams. But, as time has moved on, it's gotten pretty, the bad blood is real, between these two, which should make for a good fight. There's never nothing wrong with, real beef or people disliking each other with boxing. But shout out my guy MP, what the fuck, y'all do your boy a favor while y'all in here. If y'all could hit that like button for your boy. Greatly appreciate it. I got 3 people in the building. I got 5 likes. If y'all so could do your boy a favor, hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Greatly appreciate it. But yeah, we got George Kambosos and Devin Haney. It's a real beef. It's a real beef going on here, which should make for a great fight. But we gonna go and get into it. We about to go and get into it. We about to go and get into the schematics of all this good stuff. How y'all doing this morning? How y'all doing this great morning? But hell yeah, we about to get into it. We got Devin Haney, 27-0, 15 KOs. Again, like I said, his last opponent was against Jojo Diaz. Jojo Diaz was Devin Haney's last opponent, 32-2. We got Jorge Linares on Devin Haney's record as well. Jojo Diaz, Jorge Linares, names that you recognize. Yuriokis Gamboa, you know what I mean? Alfredo Santiago. And that's about it, as far as names that you recognize. Zaire Abdullayev. This guy right here is top ranked guy in the lightweight division, right now. Type deal. But Jojo Diaz, Jorge Linares, and Yuriokis Gamboa, names that you know. What's good, Tay? Appreciate you sliding through this, John Tay. Glad you could make it. I'm doing this breakdown, so I can't put y'all chats up right now, but I do see y'all off my cell phone. Appreciate you sliding through this, John Tay. Y'all do your boy a favor when y'all roll on in. Y'all hit that like button. You know what I mean? Devin Haney is facing off against George Kambosos Jr. George Kambosos Jr. is 20-0 with 10 knockouts, 5'9" with a 68-inch arm reach. Devin Haney is 5'9" with a 71-inch arm reach. For comparison, you know what I mean? He's faced off against Teofimo Lopez in his last fight, which he was victorious. He's faced off against Lee Selby, in which he was victorious. He faced off against Mickey Bay, in which he was victorious. You know what I mean? Did Mickey Bay. Again, this is a fight that we didn't know expect to get. We thought we would be getting Devin Haney versus Teofimo Lopez, but George Kambosos beat Teofimo Lopez. You know what I mean? So now we're here with Devin Haney and George Kambosos. This is a perfect situation where the styles of these two fighters are going to clash. You got Devin Haney, who kind of has like a mixed bag. You got Devin Haney who has a mixed bag, but he's notoriously known for being, a boxer. That will be his main weapon. He boxes you. He uses his boxing skills. And you got George Kambosos, who's also a guy who uses his boxing skills. You know what I mean? So just off the top of my mind, right, I will almost be sure if I'm betting on this fight, which I am, I will almost be certain to bet this fight to go 12. You know what I mean? Both of these guys, are boxers, not necessarily, finishers. As you can see, Kambosos had the 50% KO ratio, 20-10. Devin Haney has a little above 50% at 15-27. So, you know what I mean? If I'm betting on it, probably this fight to go the distance, would make a lot of sense, would make more points. In this fight, I don't expect either guy to get knocked out. There may be a couple knockdowns. You know what I mean? I expect it to be a boxing match. I expect it to be I expect this fight to be a very methodical, boxing match. Not boring, but methodical. Kambosos and Devin Haney are both boxers. What's good? Skills from New Orleans. Appreciate you sliding through these young skills. Glad you can make it. They're both boxers, but they box in different ways. George Kambosos, you would say he's more of a combination puncher, type of boxers. When he throws punches, he throws them he throws them in threes at a time, real quick combos, not too much power on them, but swift combos. Devin Haney is more so, of a punch, more of a land first, a jab first guy, counter punching, type of boxer. He's not necessarily the combination puncher that Kambosos is, but both are good boxers, different styles. Kambosos wants to get in range, not necessarily on the inside, but he wants to get at mid range. You know what I mean? And he wants to throw off his combinations, while you are throwing your punches as well. Devin Haney likes to control you, with his jab. Devin Haney will get on the inside with you every now and again, to test you out there, but mainly to test you in there. But mainly, Devin Haney, wants to control you with the jab. So you got a guy in Kambosos who's going to be trying to cover ground and gain ground on Devin Haney, and you got a guy in Devin Haney, right, who's going to be trying to control distance so he's able to, fire off his shots. Again, I expect it to be, a tight boxing match from both fighters. I think George Kambosos will be able to land on Devin Haney early. I think he'll be able to land on him earlier. You know what I mean? But as the fight goes on, I think, as the fight goes on and they settle down, I think it will become more of a range fight. You know what I mean? Type deal. George Kambosos he has quick hands, so I could see that being a problem, for George Kambosos. I could see it being a problem. I could see George Kambosos being a problem for Devin Haney if Devin Haney can't get his timing down. If he can't time him right, I can see George Kambosos being a problem because for as much as I don't like this guy, this guy can't fight. This guy can't fight. Devin could be a problem for George Kambosos if Kambosos is not able to get around Devin Haney's jab, which Kambosos does struggle with. He struggles with fighters, with good jabs. Does George Kambosos? So, it could be a problem for him if he can't get around, Devin's jab. I will give the boxing edge. I would probably call these guys, maybe they're about even boxers. They're different style boxers. Devin Haney uses a bit more movement, where Kambosos is a little more active offensively. You know what I mean? But as far as their boxing skills, I say they're about even. George Kambosos is a skilled boxer as well as Devin Haney. It's going to be, I think, in this fight, range, control, and distance is going to be the key for whoever wins this fight. If Devin Haney, keeps this fight on the outside, he leads with his jab, he's first to the shot, he's sound defensively, then Devin Haney could win this fight easily, like 12-0. You know what I mean? But if Devin Haney comes in there and he makes it a personal thing, if Devin Haney comes in there, not with his mind, on the right thing, if he's letting George Kambosos get in his head in any way, you know what I mean? Like, let's say if Devin Haney goes out here and he fights George Kambosos the way he fought Jojo Diaz, when he went out there and he tried to show Jojo Diaz that he could bang too, I think then things could get tricky for Devin Haney. I would much rather see Devin Haney, boss George Kambosos and not get caught up in any of the personal beef that they have, with each other. Because if Devin Haney is able to have this fight, if Devin Haney is able to have his way in this fight, if he's able to control distance and land his jab and keep Kambosos at bay, with his length, then I could easily see this fight going 12-0. But if Devin Haney gets into, an inside battle, if he gets, into, a mano-a-mano, man-to-man, I'm a bang you out kind of fight with George Kambosos, there's more so favoring George Kambosos because it allows Devin Haney to be stationary and to be hit, more than usual. I'm getting into my prediction stage of this in this fight, because with what I know a little behind the scenes with the knowledge that I had that I have, I think Devin Haney is going to be able to jab, Kambosos. I think he's going to be able to land. Devin Haney is going to be able to land his jab fairly well. Yes, I stated earlier, Kambosos does have quick hands, which he does. He has quick hands, but I think all this going to be nullified by Devin's movement and Devin's jab. And I think George Kambosos knows it. You know what I mean? Because he said in the post-fight conference, he was like, he's going to run. And I think he said that because he knows that if Devin Haney decides to use his jab and his athleticism, that he's not going to be able to catch Devin Haney. You know what I mean? I expect it to be tight early. Both guys boxing well, trying to figure out, exactly which style of fight that they're going to be fighting. I could see, like, in the first, 4 to 6 rounds, it being an even fight. You know what I mean? But I expect as the fight goes on, I expect Devin Haney to begin to take control. George Kambosos kind of gassed out. Not gassed out, but George Kambosos slowed down a lot in that fight with Teofimo Lopez, which kind of let Teofimo Lopez, back in the game type deal. In this fight, George Kambosos can't afford to, take his foot off the gas a little bit. He can't afford the gas and let Devin Haney in the game because Devin Haney is going to, jump all over him. If George Kambosos, stops throwing punches or he gets tired or complacent with his work. And for that reason, I got Devin Haney being able to outbox George Kambosos. I don't think there's going to be a knockout in this fight. I think Devin Haney will be victorious. I got Devin Haney in this fight by unanimous decision. In the fight with George Kambosos, I think the first 5 to 6 rounds are going to be close, but Devin Haney will start to show separation towards the end of the fight. Yes, Kambosos can box. What's good, Dwayne? Appreciate you sliding through this, John Dwayne. Glad you can make it, pimp. I'm getting ready to, take the screen down and get ready to talk to y'all. I think Devin Haney is going to be able, to control the distance, in this fight at will. I think it's going to be close early, but towards the end, Devin Haney is going to pull away. You know what I mean? I do think Kambosos has quick hands. I do think he can box, but I don't think it's going to be I don't think he's going to be able to take advantage of that because everything that he does, Devin Haney just does better. You know what I mean? I think. You know what I mean? So we got George Kambosos, 20-0, 10 knockouts, versus Devin Haney, who is 27-0 with 15 knockouts. And I got Devin Haney by unanimous decision. over George Kambosos. You know what I mean? Let me say what's up to my people in the chat. See the people that came in. Appreciate y'all sliding through this joint. Y'all hit that like button for your boy. If y'all haven't, y'all hit that like button for your boy. Greatly appreciate it. But y'all got Devin Haney in this fight. I think he gonna win by UD. I don't think he's gonna knock George Kambosos out because George Kambosos is, a pretty good fighter. You know what I mean? Never been knocked out before. So I don't expect him to get, knocked out now. Either let me say what's up to my people that came in the chat. Let me say what's up to my people. Let me say what's up to the people. Yeah, so who y'all got in this fight? Who y'all got in this fight? George Kambosos or, Devin Haney? Real quick, while we in here, real quick, who y'all got? Let me say what's up to the people. Let me say what's up to the people. Shout out my guy. Shout out my guy Jose Romero. He said here early, killing these 6 waffles. Morning chat at Batman. Yeah, long live Batman. My name's Sutton T, but yeah, long live Batman. Like and subscribe. Yeah. I'm first here. Yeah, shout out my guy Jose Romero, who been here ever since he came. Shout out brother Jose. My brother's keeper, what's good, pimp? Appreciate you sliding through this junk. Desmond Hickman, appreciate you sliding through this junk. Glad y'all can make it. Y'all hit that like button for your boy when you roll on in. Shout out my guy MP, what the fuck, what's good, King? Appreciate you sliding through. Tay Tay, my girl Tay Tay. Hey Tay Tay. Appreciate you sliding through this junk, Tay Tay. Glad you could make it. Glad you could make it. Who we got in here? Nazay. Appreciate you sliding through this junk, Nazay. Glad you could make it, pimp. Glad you could make it. Philly Zoe, what's good, Philly Zoe? So I think this fight would be about who's more conditioned and who lands more power punches. Kambosos know how to steer rounds and let his hands go when you let your hands go. Facts. Shout out my guy, Philly J. Greatly appreciate it. Greatly appreciate it. My guy D Free, what's good? D Free, appreciate you sliding through. Y'all hit that like button for me. Let me know if y'all got Haney or let me know if y'all got George Kambosos. I said what's up to Nade, Zay, Skills from New Orleans. Appreciate you sliding through these just skills. Glad you can make it, pimp. Glad you can make it, pimp. Teach, what's good? Teach. Appreciate you sliding through. Glad you can make it, pimp. Glad you can make it. Yeah, okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. But that's all I got, y'all. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. I got Devin Haney, unanimous decision over George Kambosos this weekend. You know what I mean? I think he's going to be able to pull away with his range, his jab, and his boxing ability. You know what I mean? I got him over George Kambosos this weekend. Jimothy Mays, what's good, pimp? Appreciate y'all sliding through this. And I appreciate whoever there was too in the cash app. Greatly appreciate it. Fred, I greatly appreciate the cash app because your boy, is going through a little something, right now. So greatly appreciate, bro. Greatly appreciate whoever that was in the cash app, donations, super chats, all that good shit. All that good shit. I'm gonna be back, a little later for our party tea. We go throw a party. We go throw a party on 17 in a minute when I do my long live streams. But I had to get y'all that morning, info and shit, out the way. But yeah, I see Devin Haney winning this fight by UD. But that's all I got today. Y'all, I'm here for a good time, not a long time. Skin the Hardaway Sudden T. This ain't the past, this ain't the future, but this the present. That's how we rocking. And I'm out. Love.